Oh man, I really thought that by the end of this, when I ordered both of them, that this was gonna be the winner. Quality, accuracy, and value. Those are three huge things when considering buying figures. And when you have two of these, look at this. Okay, I can't even really get into this one because this idiot, this total idiot, shipped the thing in the box. There you go. Okay, here we go. We got Metalhead versus Metalhead. This is NECA versus Super 7. Look, these are normally way off on the prices, right? You got $34.99, I believe, on this guy, and then $55 when he came out. Unless it was earlier and it was $45. I'm pretty sure it's $55. But look, we're in a time now where Super 7 is well below its retail price. And I bought this used, but you can kind of often buy them brand new for like 30, 40 bucks. So we are now finally in a comparable price zone. Welcome to the comparable price zone, where today we look at NECA versus Super 7 and see who made the better item. And I'll be honest, the answer might surprise you. Let's get into these. So starting over here with NECA, we've got that beautiful box art, which really comes from like the VHS from the time when that was out, and then just updated logos and stuff for NECA to look like the old FYE, was it? Anywho, look at that. Cool, like it. Side of the box, busted, because I got it from Target. Look at the back of the box, looking good. You got figure shots and stuff. So they kind of have this, you know, this is their style for packaging. They do a nice job, but you also get the little flappy flap, and you get a figure shot and a figure window. And we like windows here because you get to see the figure, and if you're an inbox collector, you're gonna be happy. Obviously not with this one because it's busted. Super 7, they come in the brown box. Normally not destroyed. Unless you get it from Best Buy, it doesn't come with really anything except for doesn't even come with the sleeve. But now you get this whole experience, great logos. They spent a lot of money on their packaging. And I think that really Super 7 has the superior packaging setup, but they go with the retro look. Obviously, well, I say obviously, maybe not everybody that's watching this knows that, but here you go, right? This is based on that Playmates figure. So this is gonna be pulling in a lot of nostalgia, more so than what I think this one does, right? So this is kind of interesting. That kind of looks more like it with the colors. Anyway, that is a very dark thing. NECA does a really good job with their stuff, right? They pull from the animated show and make it into figures which didn't technically exist previously, but sometimes they just get things wrong. And maybe this color is one of those examples, but another example is the, but a big example is actually the Catwoman version of April, because this color is wrong. Why they chose to change that, I don't know. So let's take these out of the box and see what we get really in the box here and compare them to see which one is the best. Right off the bat, you can see you get a lot more accessories with Super 7 as somebody that doesn't normally like Super 7 stuff for the dollar amount. I think they're kind of winning right now. In package, you're getting a lot more accessories over here. You're getting 2 layers of stuff, and then you get some basic things over here. One of the things that I immediately dislike about this one is that even in the box art and everything, he's got like metal teeth, kind of like the Super 7 one, but this figure doesn't have that. His mouth opens, articulates, but you don't get the little robot teeth. All right, so there we go. We got 2 Metalheads, lots of stuff going on, a lot of things to look at and compare. The first things that we should talk about are probably the accessories, right? I mean, you can see a clear difference. This is, again, much more cartoon accurate, and that's their whole jam. And they find good things like specific episodes where the vacuum cleaner exists, whatever this piece is. I don't remember. The drill, the extra hands, punching and gripping, and open hands. And then you got the little switch on his back. So this is very much a representation of what the cartoon was, which is cool. And for someone looking for that accuracy, obviously very much the way to go. Now, my concern, like I said, the mouth, not having those kind of robot teeth in there, like, you know, like a little grill or whatever, that's kind of disappointing. I wish that had that option in there. or an alternate head that had it. That seems kind of strange, right? But the articulation stuff, you get a lot out of this, much like Rex 1. These panels will flip open for whatever you need to do. Donatello needs to mess with him or whatever. You got these grenades painted onto the belt and stuff. You got his articulation and stuff is going to be good. He's going to have nice solid joints, sometimes a little scary on the joints with NECA, but they're always solid, which is nice. But it looks good. It feels good. This kind of almost like a rubberized, it's not quite, but it's not molded into the figure. It's just kind of attached to it. Good accessories. Quality is certainly there. I love the outlines and everything. Truly looks like the animation. Whatever the heck this thing is. Does it go somewhere? There we go. Might be upside down. Probably upside down. But this is a little gun that goes into his chest, and they actually have holes for the gray part and a hole for the cord, which I really like. That kind of detail is really nice, so you don't have it just kind of like dangling or whatever. It's beautiful. Articulation, paintwork, they're fully painted always. Fantastic. I mean, the vacuum has like a nice little nod to an episode is really nice. The bottom of it, basic, but that's okay. I mean, you're not really gonna hold it up, I guess. Maybe there would be some kind of extra stuff there. Just paint it black would be nice, but it's cool. It's nice. If you like this show and you're enjoying the content here, one of the ways that you can support me is by buying items from my store, much like this one, which is very much on theme with this video. Oh, goodness. Look at that. I drew it, and then I made it into shirts and stickers and stuff. So that's pretty fun, isn't it? But then we get over here to this Metalhead, and the nostalgia is insane on this one. When I think of Metalhead, this is what I see in my brain. My mind's eye, some would say. Now, he doesn't have the kind of articulation of the mouth and stuff. This is very much a Playmates figure reimagined, right? So it looks almost identical to that. It's just updated paint and stuff, but it's basically the same thing. It feels like the same thing, especially when you get this other head, because this head actually has the feature that the Playmates had, where you get the light in there and the eyes will light up, right? So you could shine it through his little robot brain, which I always thought was kind of weird. Like, why does he have a real brain in his head? Because he's just a machine. Why is that the case? But anyway, so it's the same head, but you get that nostalgic light up feature. This one is just fully painted, so I don't know, you could have just done one. I don't know why you need two if you're not going to change the expression on the face, which is kind of what Super 7 normally has done. They've taken the figures like the Turtles and they make a brand new head sculpt, which is cool. Like I said, really is pulling that feeling and stuff that you would get from the Playmates figures. And for me, this is what I thought Metalhead looked like. I watched the animation, I loved it, and probably like 2 episodes that he shows up, I was always super excited to see him. And I think the one that really comes to my memory is the one with the vacuum. I think because I was just like, oh, that's it? He just comes out and like cleans the layer, and that's the end of it. So the great thing about the Super 7 line is that when they do take turtle things, they update them so that it is a touch of nostalgia, but with some new things. So it's still the green backpack that you would get here on the tree, but now it's painted. It's got a sticker. So it's one-upping the original experience, but you can still go that route if you want it. I don't. Playmates normally, hey, I've already had it. I don't need it again. And they add the features, so like now this thing rotates rather than just being a piece of static plastic from here. You get fully detailed painted on all the extra things. So a similar setup, you get fists, gripping, and open hands, fists, gripping, and open hands. But then you get a few extra accessories like this cord thing coming out of the finger. I don't recall that being ever with a toy. That's gotta be just a new update. All kinds of extra pieces so you can swap out, just like the Playmates one, I guess. Upgraded grenades, alternate head, and a lot of little bits and pieces here. Size-wise, comparison, right? So for $35, you get this big boy. And for $55 at the regular price, you get this kind of little one, right? So there's clearly a size difference between the two. This, again, is really pulling on the nostalgia, but he looks like maybe he's undersized. I think he should be bigger, especially with the turtles and stuff. I wish I had some to compare. So, do they use the Playmates redesigns as an excuse to not paint things and just print on plastic? So this, you know, for a lot of people, and I'm one of those people, this is lowering the value of the item because you're just printing in plastic. Playmates did that, and their stuff is cheap. Even today, it's like 20 bucks. This is $55. You're getting a lot of extra stuff, but maybe we remove that extra stuff and just think about if you were to remake a Playmates figure, you would get this figure and a tree of accessories. Would this be worth $30? We'll say it's a $35 and you just kind of get rid of that stuff. Do we compare these now? $35, $35, is that fair? I mean, obviously you can get these discounted and get all that stuff now. So you get a lot more for your money, not the retail price, but discounted, on sale. They don't hold their resale value, but they're very different figures. They're very different experiences. They almost kind of work together in a way because they are so different and because he's so much smaller. At the end of the day, for me, $35, I can never get over this quality, and I kind of got these because coming into it, I was gonna say, you know what? This answer is gonna surprise you because this version is just carrying so much nostalgic weight that he's gonna be the winner. This is ultimately what I want in a figure. When I think of Metalhead, this is the Metalhead I think of. So I thought for sure that this is gonna be the winner. But then I keep experiencing this value and everything that they include at retail price, even with a discounted. They just give you so much more quality. Maybe you don't get a lot of accessories when it comes down to the two lines, but you're getting so much more in the experience with the hands-on. I think the paint application really does add so much to this. It's crazy. Even if the colors are a little off maybe from the animation to the figure, I'm kind of surprised and kind of bothered and upset that oh man, I really thought that by the end of this, when I ordered both of them, that this was gonna be the winner. And I generally don't like a lot of Super 7 stuff, but I thought the nostalgic weight of this would make it the better item. Having it in my hands, it's not enough. It's got the typical Super 7 loose joints and stuff, but it feels very plasticky, very Playmates, you know, which maybe that's good for people that are looking for the nostalgia. They even want that touch and feel of cheap plastic. But I think I have to go to this. And I really, honestly, truly, and I'm not just like trying to push this as like, oh, you know, I really, no, I really thought that was going to be the winner. At the end of the day, it has to be the NECA one. It just does. Maybe some custom paint to give it that gold on the shell would be a nice medium. I don't know. And I guess that's probably why NECA holds its value so much more on the aftermarket market. Which one do you have, or which one would you decide to buy? I think this video hopefully helps you make that decision, because yeah, I was surprised. I mean, all things considered, I got a lot of bashing videos of Super 7, but yeah, I guess it just, this is the first one-to-one comparison though, so this is kind of a big moment on the channel. Let's get into posing. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and a video that I personally really enjoyed is right here, and I think that you will like it as well. So thank you for clicking, and we'll see you next time.